Okay, here's another stove that I did. This is a 1-gallon container. It's got a 4-inch fan, I think it is. I don't think it's 5, I think it's 4. Air gets sucked in here. Take this off. This is a kind of a crude version of what I made before with a smaller can. Air gets sucked in the bottom. I didn't have a guard to put on it like I had put on. Sucked in the bottom. This is just an empty container, muffin fan case. So it gets sucked in, comes through. Now this is like a carbon felt type material that protects any embers that fall down. You can see there's some remnants of some embers. Protects the fan from heat and from fire. Bottom is just opened up. This is a quart size container with just some holes on the outside. Most of the embers and stuff stay here and the air blows up through the sides. It just sits on here. And of course the top is just the same. Look, I think we have a little visitor. Hey birdie. I don't think he's interested. I think he just wants food. He comes here all the time. Okay, back to the stove. This I just left on. This is just open to. So you put that on here like this. Okay. I've got it wired up to my 12-volt power supply. Just a, I don't even know what this goes to. Could be like an answer machine or something. And that's it. I loaded up with some of these aspen pellets, which are just basically what they use in the bottom of animal stuff like bedding. The holes I put in were kind of on the big side, so they fall through a little bit, but all I end up doing is just taking this off and load this puppy up. Well, here, let me just do it by hand. You can see they fall through until I get it going. Okay, now let's see if I can pour some in. That's enough. I have this right here, Heineken container I've been using to pour in. It works good, but it was empty from last night, and I came out with that other container. So, okay, now that's got a significant amount. I'll take some of these out. If you're wondering, this does restrict it a little bit, but it still works pretty good. Okay, so this is a quart paint container. It's filled about 2/3 of the way up. Okay. And this is about what I have left. So we'll just keep that there for another run. Put you right there for a second. I've got this tube vial full of alcohol, so I'm going to pour some in. Looks like a lot, but it's going to soak up into those aspen chips. And you can see That's the accelerant that I'm using. And got my lighter. Load this, plug this in rather. It makes a heck of a racket, but and we are lit. Now that's just the alcohol taken off. You can see there the orangey color of the alcohol. You see the air blowing up through the sides. Once those start taking off, they'll start producing some smoke. It is kind of a windy day, so we are going to get gusts of wind. That is a really good accelerant to use. You can see I haven't really, the vibrations from the motor have taken the nuts down. But like I said, I'm still working on it, and I kind of just threw this together about 10 minutes yesterday based on my other stove. Okay, I think I'm going to turn this off. It's already starting to go. And I'll turn it back on in like maybe 5 minutes or so, give it a chance to really take off. And you can already feel the heat. It feels really good. It's actually windy and a little bit cool out here at the beach, so alrighty. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes, and there she goes. So the wind blowing, it's not going up vertically as much as it was last night. It was really calm out. And I could show you, it's still cool down to the touch. Let's take this off for a second and look. It starts to, you know, go out, it smokes. This is just the fire itself. Now I'll put this back on here. And of course the wind from the, starts blowing out, but it'll take off again. The initial blast of air coming up through will put it out again, because it's just, it's enough to almost blow out the flame that's there naturally. So then if it, takes off again. That's kind of what it looked like last night. I didn't really make this for anything other just to upscale what I had already made. I made a smaller one. It's probably about, I don't know, maybe it was, I don't know, it was about this big. It had a little, that's the wind blowing on the fan. So if you put your hand up here, it'll, here I use the sponge. It changes the sound. Anyways, I used the fan from a computer CPU cooler on that one, and just to be different, it was fun. Kind of not very practical. I mean, you could definitely do something with this, but it's already ridiculously high. You know, you got the size of the gallon container plus, you know, extra 4 or 5 inches right here. It's kind of putting off some heat, you know. You can feel it. I've got my, let's see what we got here. 72 degrees down by the fans, 70 degrees, 69. Down here, 72. You can't really measure this as it reflects. It'll measure, but it's not. It'll proportionally go up, but I mean right here, it's hotter than 140 degrees. I guarantee it. So if you measure up here, it's a little darker. It won't reflect as much. It's measuring. Let's see here. It's about 600 degrees. 7, 8, 900 degrees. Last night it was measuring at 1,000, which is what this goes to, and then it starts going negative. So of course the flame is, yeah, off the charts. So, you know, if you paint this black, you can get accurate readings of the temperature. Maybe if I get closer. My only concern is that the blade is not, how the fan blades aren't being shredded or melting or stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. She'll burn down. You can tell when it's getting close to going out. The flames will die down. It'll still run, but it'll just be a bunch of embers. Whoa, wind's blowing it to me. It'll just be a bunch of embers. And you look down, there's just be a bunch of glowing cherries or whatever, embers. And you can pretty much add, you know, if you want, you can pretty much add some, it's a little hot up there. I'm just throwing them in. I missed this time. Just throwing them in there. Keep it going. And what it will do is it'll, see how it's starting to smoke up. It's either the moisture content in here and or it's just turning the smoke really fast, but it'll start burning that. Yeah, all those will burn off on top. Yeah, I like to, if I were to boil water, I'd like to boil, make some type of ring